Hello everybody, this is Crystal Guardian here to do another tarot reading. This is going to be another one of the Sunday night bonus readings of what crystals we need to focus on and meditate with for the week ahead. We're going to call on our guides, guardians, spirit, ancestors. Give us your divine guidance and wisdom in this reading today. Any negative energies being sent our way, please return them back to the sender. We ask this in the name of the Most High. So again, I'm going to be using the Crystal Power Tarot from Jane Wallace. And I'm going to do the same thing I did the last time, where I just pick 3 groups of 3 cards, and we see, based on which group you pick, what you need to focus on for the week ahead, what's going to be coming in, good stones to work with. I'm not going to read any of these cards in the reverse. I'm only going to read them in the upright. So this is our first group. That's too many. Okay, we have the second group. And the third group. Okay, so now we'll just see what we have coming in for each group, what stones we should work with or meditate with. Okay, so in the first group, if you pick the first group, we have the King of Pentacles coming out, and Pyrite is the stone that's going to go with this card. And it says, I am sure of my place in the world. So now with the second card, we have the Strength card coming out, and that is the Herkimer Diamond that goes with this card. And this says, I can deal with whatever comes my way. Put this right there. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. I give and receive for the universal good. And the stone that goes with that is malachite. So if you chose group number 1, we have, again, the King of Pentacles with Pyrite, the Strength card coming out with the Herkimer Diamond, and the Six of Pentacles with the malachite. So let's see, I am going to read. Let's start with what we started with. So King of Pentacles. So for the King of Pentacles, again, we have Pyrite. The message is, I am sure of my place in the world. And the meaning, it says success and financial security. Let's just pull him out. Success and financial security. As a person in your reading, this king is a high achiever who has reached many of his financial goals. He is sure of his place in the world, and because of this, offers others support. He is highly protective of those he cares for. As a situation, the card denotes being in control. You manage your money, property, and relationships with care and consideration. A general interpretation of the card is taking a step up in life and achieving your goals, and at work, gaining wealth, promotion, and respect. So, if you chose this group of cards, you might be in this King of Pentacles energy right now. You might be leveling up in your wealth. You might be getting a promotion at work, gaining respect at work, getting a raise. You're somebody who is a high achiever. You could be working towards your financial goals this week, focused on finances, or you could be at the pinnacle of success as far as your achievements financially or through work. You are somebody who is in control or gaining control over your prosperity, your money, your relationships. You handle things with care and consideration. And then with the Strength card, here is the Strength card. This is the Herkimer Diamond. And we have, I can deal with whatever comes my way. So, for the Herkimer Diamond, it says, this is a very hard quartz associated with endurance, spiritual knowing, intuition, and emotional clearing. It is linked with the crown, third eye, and heart chakra. Just as a Herkimer Diamond is beautifully clear to look at, it brings clarity and purpose. When you need strength and clarity, hold this card or hold this stone, this Herkimer Diamond. Gaze upon the diamond within and feel the power to bring you the focus that you need. So if you feel like you need to gain strength this week, focus on being strong, gaining focus in your life, the Herkimer Diamond could be a good stone for you to work with. And then the meaning of the card, it says, a maiden sits serenely, gently holding the head of a lion as she would a pet. The maiden may appear fragile, but she has the courage and patience to calm his wildness. The pendant at her heart is made of a tiny Herkimer diamond arranged in a figure 8, the symbol of infinity, shown also above the crown of her head. The Herkimer diamond symbolizes her endurance and calm purpose. The meaning behind the card is strength asks you to hold your position and face whatever confronts you. You may feel you are being tested, but with calm acceptance, the situation is manageable. This may relate to an external situation or an inner emotional conflict. An additional meaning of the card is to return to vitality and a sense of well-being. So, you may be focusing on, right now on your inner strength, on gaining focus and clarity. This might have to do with financial matters, being the King of Pentacles is here. And then with the Six of Pentacles, we have the Malachite stone. And this card says, I give and receive for the universal good. So again, the Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. So for the Six of Pentacles, we have, first we'll go into the stone. Malachite is a stone of abundance, protection, transformation, wealth, manifesting, and commitment. Okay. So the message is, the meaning behind this card, because we again have I give and receive for the universal good. So the meaning behind the card is generosity and compassion. You benefit from or give generous help and assistance. You help someone in need out of kindness, or you're the recipient and willing to graciously receive aid in the form of money, time, or practical support. This 6 brings harmony and balance, so you can be assured that it is right to give to others or to receive. There's no ulterior motive, agenda, or feeling of compromise. This card can also signify a donation to charity or a karmic debt being paid, which brings balance and personal peace. So you might be feeling called this week to be generous with your time, your money, your energy, give to charity. You may also, as it said, be in the energy of paying off a karmic debt. Now, this karmic debt, like I said, if you're paying off or you've paid off karmic debt, this could come in, once this debt is paid off, in the form of you receiving this abundance with this King of Pentacles energy. I feel like you're now standing in your strength here. You're willing to give and receive, equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles. You're standing in your inner knowing and your strength here. And you are moving into financial abundance with the King of Pentacles, into stability. You're somebody who is willing to be generous and give to others. And by you being generous and giving to others, you're going to receive back from the universe in the form of good karma here. So that's the reading if you picked group 1. If you picked group 2, we have the Tower, which is rutilated quartz, which I don't have on hand, and hematite, which I do. And this says, I surrender and know how to go forward. Then we have the 8 of Swords. This is sugilite. I could not find my sugilite. I looked all over for it. I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to have to get a new piece. But the 8 of Swords, I release myself from self-inflicted binds. And then we have the High Priestess with lapis lazuli. My intuition guides me to the truth. Okay? So, if you picked this second group, you might be going through something right now, a Tower moment this week. Something, I'm feeling like it's something that you've been putting off or trying to avoid, this change, this Tower. You've been stuck in your head about it with the 8 of Swords. But I feel like your intuition is going to help guide you through this, whatever it is. Like I said, I feel like it's something you've been stuck in your head about trying to avoid, but I feel like this Tower is going to hit. And sometimes when we try to avoid these Towers, when we're hanging on to things that don't serve us, the universe will force these Towers to make us release what isn't serving us. So I'm just going to grab the stones. We have the hematite here for the Tower. Like I said, I don't have the sugilite on me. And then I do have the lapis, which is here for the High Priestess. So let's get into this. Okay, so if you chose group 2, we have the Tower. Pull this card out. We have the hematite here. And the message is, I surrender and know how to go forward. So with the crystal, like I said, this could be for rutilated quartz or hematite. So with the rutilated quartz meaning, it says rutilated quartz is linked to the crown chakra, our connection point with spiritual realms. Hematite is associated with the base chakra for belonging and security. Hold the hematite or the rutilated quartz and focus on belonging and security. Let me see. Hold the card and focus on the rutilated quartz or the hematite. So I would hold the stone. Rutilated quartz is associated with spiritual growth, which comes as you recover from the Tower's impact. Hematite links you to the power of acceptance. The energy of this magnetic stone helps align you in body, mind, and spirit so you can turn thoughts into action. And then for the card, we have a huge tower of rutilated quartz is struck by lightning. What was once solid and grounded comes apart as fire takes hold. The burning tower symbolizes loss and insecurity as two figures fall free towards the earth, shocked at their predicament. The needle inclusions in the quartz symbolize their sudden pain. However, the hematite boulders around the tower, set deeply into the earth, suggest foundations for a new way of being. Now, the meaning behind the card is the tower often brings sudden change that is unexpected and chaotic. It is a time to surrender rather than fight, as an old situation, relationship, or belief can no longer stand up. However, you can recover and construct something better now that you see the truth. A spiritual interpretation of the card is a personal breakthrough and enlightenment. So that's pretty much what I was saying. You might be hanging on to something that is no longer serving you. You know this, but you're still trying to hang on for possibly emotional reasons, sentimental reasons. But whatever it is that you're hanging on to is not serving you. And like I said, if you refuse to let something go that isn't for you, the universe will come and force these towers and force an ending to the situation, whether you like it or not. And I feel like whatever this tower is, it does have you stuck in your head here with this Eight of Swords. And the message on this card is, I release myself from self-inflicted binds. Like I said, I cannot find my Sujolite. I looked everywhere for it, so I'm going to have to get another piece. And the meaning behind the Sujolite is, it's a crown chakra stone. It's about perspective, inspiration, and endurance. So with the Eight of Swords, the message again, I release myself from self-inflicted binds. The meaning behind this card is restriction, fear, and negative thinking. The 8 is often signifies feeling trapped and powerless. However, you may unknowingly be sabotaging yourself by taking on the role of the victim. It may be time to reclaim your power by examining the causes of the situation rather than accepting your position. You can think your way out of this now and make a change. An additional meaning of the card in this reading is being with someone who is emotionally unavailable, so the relationship becomes a test. So if you're with somebody who's emotionally unavailable, this might be the tower that's coming, is an ending of this relationship with this emotionally unavailable person. So if you feel like you're going through this right now, remember, these are good stones to meditate with. The hematite for grounding, the rutilated quartz, the Sujolite for acceptance. Now we have the High Priestess. So let's go to this card. All right. So for the High Priestess, we have the Lapis Lazuli. And then the card says, my intuition guides me to the truth. So for the Lapis Lazuli brings insight, wisdom, and protection and is linked to the third eye and throat chakras for communication and intuition. This stone of awareness can expand your vision and intuitive abilities, so you see the deeper truth in any given situation. Focus on the Lapis Lazuli within the card, or the stone if you have one. Focus on the Lapis Lazuli and feel the power of your inner knowing. And then for the card, the High Priestess stands between two pillars, which separates the physical world and the spiritual realm. Wearing blue and white robes, she holds a sacred book emblazoned with a key, symbolizing teaching, wisdom, and truth. She stands upon a pathway of lapis lazuli and has the lapis stone at her third eye chakra. Lapis signifies truth, higher purpose, and spiritual knowing. Her moon crown denotes intuition and psychic connection. The High Priestess asks you to follow your inner knowing, so this is a time to listen to your intuition and trust yourself. You may be drawn to spiritual development or psychic work just now. The card can show finding a teacher or mentor and seeking a deeper personal knowledge. Another aspect of the card is the need for discretion, privacy, and even secrecy. You may have a secret to protect. So I feel like if you chose the second group of cards, your intuition here with the High Priestess is telling you that you are currently in a situation that is not serving your highest good. It's leaving you trapped in your head in this Eight of Swords energy, feeling disempowered. And you have to call on your intuition to put an end to this cycle, this situation, or things are going to end in a tower where it's just going to crumble apart anyway. And if you don't follow your intuition and do what you know you need to do, the tower is going to be worse if you let it fall on its own, if the universe handles it, than if you just follow your intuition and make the choices and the moves that you know deep down you need to make. So this is the message for if you pick the second group of cards. Now for the third group, we have the Ace of Wands. So if you chose this, we have the Ace of Wands, and this is Garnet, and this says, I am inspired to follow my passion. So we have the Garnet, and then we have Death, which is a phantom quartz. Now, I don't have a piece of phantom quartz. I have phantom amethyst, but I do not have phantom quartz. And this is, I let go and embrace new beginnings. So the Death card is all about transformation, death of the old, and embracing change and new beginnings. And then we have the King of Wands, and this is, I am successful in all that I do. And the stone for this card is yellow calcite, which we have here. So we'll start with the Ace of Wands. Okay, so for the Garnet, let me go back and read that first. For the Garnet, we have the meaning behind the stone. It's a base chakra stone or root chakra. Passion, perception, and balance. So this is what the Garnet focuses on. Passion, perception, and balance. So for the Ace of Wands card, we have, I am inspired to follow my passion. Okay. So it says, Aces reveal new beginnings. The Ace of Wands shows a fiery new initiative. A new idea or enterprise takes off, and you are inspired to dive forward with your vision. This is a quest that speaks to the soul rather than the intellect. So you have a passionate connection to a person, project, or place. A common meaning of the card in the reading is male fertility. The equivalent female card is the Ace of Cups. So either or both cards can be indicative of future parenthood in a reading. So I don't know if you're looking to be a father or mother. That might be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on your situation and what you're looking for. Okay, so with this card, I feel like you are going to take off with a passionate new beginning. Now, like I said, this could be a new relationship, a new project, meeting someone new, finding your passion in life again, doing something that inspires you, that brings you passion. You could be embarking on a new journey, something that you're passionate about. And like I said, it can also be a symbol of fertility and parenthood. So wrap it up if you don't want to have any kids. That could be your what Spirit is trying to tell you. Be careful. Be careful out there. Then we have the Death card. And like I said, I don't have the phantom quartz. So it says, I let go and embrace new beginnings. So you might be releasing something old that's not serving you anymore to start these passionate new beginnings. So let's go to the Death card. Okay. So for this card, it says, I let go and embrace new beginnings. Phantom quartz is known as a deeply healing crystal associated with growth and transformation. It's phantom or ghost crystals magnifying these properties. Linked with the root chakra, the phantom quartz brings you security. Whenever you need to feel safe enough to release a situation or a person, hold this card or hold the quartz, the phantom quartz. Focus on the phantom quartz. Breathe in its powerfully grounding energy. So, for the card, it says, a tree stands tall at threshold between seasons. The flowers signify summer growth and fallen leaves transition. The butterfly, with the colors of the 7 chakras, signifies fullness before endings. The seedling at the base of the quartz reveals regenerative power of nature. The plant takes its energy from the tree's roots, which glimmer with phantom quartz crystals, stones of transformation. The meaning behind the card is a situation is coming to an end, and this ending may be out of your control. Death here is not a physical death, but a transition. This card therefore heralds necessary change that brings new beginnings and opportunities. You can now see the truth and let go, so events may take their natural course. An additional meaning of the card is decluttering and letting go of what you no longer need. So this might be a calling for you to start cleaning out your house, getting rid of stuff that you don't need or use anymore to make room for the new. And that's kind of with the Ace of Wands followed by the Death card. Like, we have to release the old. We have to let the old things go in order for these new beginnings to start. Because as long as you're hanging on to the old, you're not going to be able to start new. If your house is full of old junk, you're not going to be able to fit new stuff inside of it. We have to release. It's kind of going along with the second group. We have to release what's not serving us in order to start these new beginnings. And like it said with parenthood, if you become a parent, that kind of ends your life as a person with no children. Like a child, I have a daughter. Once you have a baby, your child-free life is gone. Like, you don't even remember it. It's a distant memory. Like, your life changes so much. So this could be a sign, like it said, of parenthood. So in other words, your life transforms when any new beginning happens. Like, if you have a baby, your old life is gone. It's over. Your life totally changes, totally transforms. And this could be, like I said, parenthood. This could be you switching jobs. This could be you moving somewhere new. You have to release the old people, places, things, situations in order to move on to these new beginnings. Now with the King of Wands here, we have the yellow calcite, which is here. And this card, the message is, I am successful in all I do. So let's see what we have for this one. Okay. So we'll go with the meaning of the yellow calcite first. And, okay. This is a solar plexus chakra stone. This is about guidance, wealth, and confidence. So you could focus on meditating or carrying these in your pocket, the yellow calcite stones, in order for guidance, wealth, and confidence, and to focus on solar plexus work. Now, the solar plexus is all about creativity. So if you're working on some creative endeavor, the yellow calcite would be a good stone to work with because it's going to activate your solar plexus. Okay, so King of Wands. Let's look up the meaning. All right. So the message again is, I am successful in all I do. The meaning is ambition, inspiration, and success. As an individual in your reading, the king is expressive, dedicated, and passionate with an entrepreneurial spirit. As a situation, this card represents following your ambition and being supported as you do so. You may be feeling inspired to stand apart from the crowd, seek ingenious ways to expand your networks, and deepen your knowledge of the world. The message is to take the lead, dare to be different, and publicize what you do. In a reading, the card often comes up to show success in business and projects and a positive outlook in finances and love. So this could be this passionate new beginning. You had to put something else to death in order to start this passionate new beginning elsewhere, to find your success here as the King of Wands. Now, like it says, this success could be in business, it could be in finances, it could be in love. I have a feeling whatever you're going to find success in is going to be something you're moving towards that you're passionate about. So I don't think I read the meaning for the pyrite for this first card. So I'm going to go back to group 1. King of Pentacles, and the stones were pyrite. So the meaning for the pyrite, because I think I skipped over that, this is a sacral chakra stone. And this is all about manifesting wealth and commitment. So you can work with pyrite if you're trying to manifest wealth or a committed relationship, or working on your commitments for something. So that's the reading. If you liked it, drop a like, comment, or subscribe. Let me know in the comments which group you picked and if that group of cards resonated for the situation that you're currently going through, or any of this resonated with you. Okay, so that's the reading. If you liked it, again, like, comment, or subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next reading. Have a great day. Bye.